Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Living, and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I've got a few different types of cleaning motivation going on. I'm actually breaking out my steam cleaner, and we are cleaning the bathroom, and I've also got a recipe for you guys. So come along with me, and let's get motivated, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Wide awake is the way that you left me, side by side in your car in the backseat. Wide awake is the way that you left me, oh. Now it's clear we are here back at your house, and I keep fading into the background. I'm wide awake now.
Alright, we're gonna get the hallway done. Of course, y'all know my hallways get awful, but this weekend really got away from us, so I haven't been in here in probably about 2 weeks now. I haven't cleaned it. I need to get it dusted. Need to get the pictures and the mirrors cleaned, wipe down the doors, and I want to steam clean my rug. So that's the plan. Get all this dog hair up. See all this? Yeah. That's the life of 3 dogs and 2 kids.
Keep missing out for sure. Take down your walls and let me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be right there by your side. I wanna be there.
So we had another really super busy week. It started all over the weekend. The kids did go to their grandparents' house for the weekend, and they got to go to the beach and stuff like that. But Joe and I ended up finally we took a break. We didn't really do anything around the house. We're always doing stuff. We're always running errands and dealing with the kids and this and that and the other. So every once in a while when the grandparents have the kids, we like to just kind of relax and just take some time to ourselves. I feel like that's a very healthy thing to do, is just forget about all the responsibilities you have in the house just for a day or two and just live and relax and just enjoy the peace, because sometimes the peace is what it keeps you from losing your mind.
Take down your walls and let me, yeah, brick by brick, now let me. In my bed 5 to 12, wish I could sleep. Dream about all the ways you could reach me, but now you keep missing out on me, that's for sure. Take down your walls and let me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be right there by your side. I wanna be there, won't you be mine? Take down your walls and let me, yeah, brick by brick, now let me. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?
I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. You all know that I love to be honest with you. This rug here, I've had for probably almost a year now. And this is the first time that I've used my steam cleaner on it. I just either don't have the time, or I just don't think about it, or there's always something that comes up. I know sometimes it can sound like an excuse when you're thinking about it, but life really can hit you, and here lately life has been hitting us really hard. We've been super busy, and we just haven't had the time to take care of all of the little things that we would like. So I finally was able to take my chance and get this rug cleaned, and I was really surprised that it was really dirty water, but I honestly expected it to be like 10 times worse because of how long it's been since it's been cleaned. But yeah, it was still really gross. After I went over the entire carpet with the soap solution that they give you, I went over it again totally with just plain hot water. Nothing in it but hot water. It was kind of a rinse kind of thing, I guess. And if you notice at the ends where it kind of pulled away from the floor, I have little adhesive carpet sticker things on the bottom. And when they get wet, they don't stick as well. So before I did my reveal, I did clean those up and get them stuck back down to the floor. But I will list those in the description below, because I believe that if you have a rug in your house on hardwood carpet or hardwood floors that the carpet does not want to stay down, these things are a life changer. All right. It's all finished. Carpet looks better. Mirror's clean. Picture's clean. Everything's dusted. No more dog hair. Carpet's just gotta finish drying. But it's all done. Okay, so we're gonna start on the kitchen. Got the counters to clean, dishes to put away, just a couple things there. I want to try to get everything taken out, get it cleaned. And then over here, all of that is really dusty. It kind of got away from us, so that's got to get cleaned. Get all of that put away and get it cleaned, and then get the floors done. So that's what we're on to now.
I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. 'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it.
When I started cleaning the kitchen this night, I actually did not realize how late it was getting. It was raining and storming outside, so I was not aware of the time. I just wasn't paying attention to the time. So I did not get everything finished that I wanted to in the kitchen this day. I did have to come back and finish everything the next morning, but I got most of it done, so there was only a couple of things I had to do the next day. But like I said, it was raining and storming, and I just was not looking at the clock. I was just trying to get the kitchen clean so that we could cook dinner.
It'll be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that, have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too, if not says who. Yeah, you can make it too, if not says who. You can make it. You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now, and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard
power ended up going out for just a split second, but you'll see me walk away. I actually had to go make sure that all of the filters and air pumps and all of the fish tanks came back on properly. So that's why I left the kitchen after the lights went out.
Have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that. Have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it. If not, says who? Yeah, you can make it too. If not, says who? You can make it.
So even though life has been hitting us kind of hard lately, we did have a really big accomplishment happen for us, and is something that we were really proud of. We actually paid off our house, so now our house is officially ours, and Joe decided to cook us a steak dinner for celebration. I wanted to show you guys, Joe does cook. He really is really good at it, and he doesn't really have recipes because he kind of plays everything by ear or by feel. Like steaks, it's hard to kind of explain how to cook them. So this isn't a recipe, but this is actually the reason why I was not able to finish the kitchen.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground.
Now for my recipe. My recipe is going to be a black-eyed peas and ham slow cooker dish. The very first thing that I do when I make anything with dry beans is I go through my beans. I will go through them handful by handful, because you'll notice there's just a couple, but there are either beans that are not very good, beans that are totally dried out and black, and I've even had the experience of having some rocks in my beans. So I very much insist that if you're going to make any kind of dried bean dish, that you check your beans and make sure that they're all good and that there are no rocks in them. So once I did that, I was able to get them in some water and soak them overnight. They'll double in size at least, maybe sometimes 3 times, 4 times the size that they were. But it makes the cooking process the next day so much easier. So when I put them in the slow cooker the next day, they were big and plump, and I was able to add the ham and the seasonings and everything like that. Now for the ham, I do kind of go back and forth. I like using a ham hock, but I have found that with a ham hock you don't get as much meat. And my family are very much meat eaters. So what I ended up doing was using a ham steak instead. It still has the bone, and I can still get the flavor from the bone and the bone marrow with the ham steak, but I will also get more meat to bone ratio. So that's one of the little tricks that I like to use, is use a ham steak if you want something to have a little bit more of a meaty content.
You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret.
I try to clean the shelves underneath my sink at least once a month, but as you can tell, it doesn't always happen. I think it's been probably 2 months since I've been able to get underneath this sink, and there is a very small drip like leak under my sink, so it kind of makes it look a lot worse. And then obviously you have the animals and then the grease from cooking and everything, and it just builds up. So I really needed to get under the sink and get everything, all of that cleaned. And then I move on to the shelf over by the refrigerator. That shelf has our alcohol stuff on it. It is up high, away from the kids. They know not to touch it. They're very responsible in that aspect. But as you can see, it doesn't get used very often, because if it did, it would not be as dusty as it is. And this thing has been very, very dusty. And the other night, when Joe cooked the steak for dinner, we decided to have a drink because we were celebrating. And when we got that drink, I noticed how dusty and dirty it was. So that was my main thing. I was like, okay, it's not getting away from me no more. I have to get this thing clean because it's going to drive me crazy. All done with the kitchen. Got dinner cooking. Smells really good. Everything's clean. Floors aren't quite dry yet, but they're close. All done. To go with the black-eyed peas, I make a cornbread. I usually double up the recipe. Honestly, you can use any of your favorite box cornbreads or even your favorite homemade recipe. I personally don't have a homemade recipe, so I believe it's called the Jiffy biscuits, or the cornbread is pretty much our favorite. It's always in the blue and white box. But I cook that for about 20 minutes, and then when it comes out, I always like to cook it in a cast iron pan. That's something that I got from Joe's mom. It kind of gives a nice crunch, crispiness to the bottom. And once it comes out, I'll cut it in half, put some butter on it, and then put the beans right on top. And I'm telling you guys, it is so good.
Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us, 'cause I wanna try
clean this bathroom next. Get the counters cleaned off. We'll go ahead and clean the toilet. Get all the paper towels and toilet paper put up. And I'll get the floors mopped as well. So, I gotta get the mirrors. That's next.
Right now I'm standing in the corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We've got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you.
Alright, it's all finished. All nice and clean. Mirrors nice and clean. Looking good. Last but not least, the living room. Get the couch put back together. I want to take the blankets off. Gotta clean this little den area. Put all the stuff in the box away. And get it all picked up and tidied. Go ahead and sweep and mop. And then go to bed.
When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk.
Alright, you guys. You talked me into it, and you helped me talk Joe into it. We got an area rug for the living room. But not only an area rug. I was able to convince him to let me get an area rug, a cover for our ottoman, as well as a cover for the couch. I am so excited for all of this stuff to come in. I've already got a couple of things, a couple of pillowcases for the pillows that go on the couch. Those are in that box that you saw me put over on that table. I'm not putting anything out until everything gets here, because I want to do a whole kind of, it'll be a very, very, very small transformation, but it's still going to be a transformation of this living room. And you guys were the ones that helped me convince Joe. So thank you. And don't forget, next week is hopefully going to be when everything is going to be put together. So make sure that you come back for that, and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you don't want to miss it, because that's going to let you know when I post my videos. And next week, it's going to be such a good change. I'm so excited for it.
It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile. I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love, let me love you.
Alright, we're all done. Just wanted to tidy everything up. I'm going to leave the couch like this, probably, at least until the couch cover gets here. And I got this cleaned. And it's all done. But I'm going to wrap it up. Call it a day. We're going to call it a video. And then next week, we're going to have all of the big changes happening in the living room. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But until next week, thank you all for watching, and I will see you then.